You pray for strength, but you resent the struggle. You ask God for courage, but you complain about the danger. You want to be a king, but you refuse the weight of the crown. There is a deep hypocrisy in the heart of the modern man. We want the reward without the risk. We want the physique of a gladiator, but we panic at the first drop of sweat. We treat God like a cosmic vending machine. We put in a coin of good behavior, and we expect Him to dispense a comfortable life. And when the machine eats our coin, when we lose the job, when the girl leaves, when the sickness comes, we throw a tantrum. We say, God, I was a nice guy, why is this happening? Because God is not interested in your comfort. He is interested in your character. Look at the modern world. It tells you that the ultimate goal of life is safety. Air-conditioned rooms, soft beds, easy entertainment. But look at what safety produces. It produces rust. It produces decay. A ship in the harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for. A ship that never leaves the harbor eventually rots from the bottom up. You are rotting. That anxiety you feel, that sense of emptiness, that is the sound of your soul resting. You are built for the storm. You are designed to conquer chaos, not to hide from it. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor, and a soft life never made a dangerous man. Consider a lump of raw iron ore found in the earth. Look at it. It is dirty. It is cold. It is full of impurities, rock, dirt, weakness. In its current state, it is useless. It cannot cut. It cannot protect. It cannot serve. Right now, many of you are just raw ore. You have potential. Yes, but you are full of impurities. You are full of ego. You are full of fear. You are full of cheap desires. For that raw stone to become a sword, it cannot stay in the ground. It must be ripped out. It must be crushed. And most importantly, it must be introduced to the fire. The Bible does not promise you a hammock. It promises you a cross. Today, we are going into the forge. We are going to understand why you are burning, and why, if you want to be a man of value, you must stop running from the heat. In Malachi chapter 3 verse 3, the Bible describes God not as a gentle shepherd, but as a silversmith. It says, He will sit as a refiner and purifier of silver. Do you understand the physics of refining? It is a violent process. To remove impurities from silver or gold, you cannot just wash it with water. You cannot just polish it with a cloth. The impurity is bonded to the metal at a molecular level. The only way to separate them is extreme heat. The silversmith takes the metal and plunges it into the center of the fire, not the edge, the center, where the flames are white hot, and he holds it there. He does not look away. He watches intently, because if he leaves it too long, the silver is ruined. If he takes it out too soon, the impurity remains. This is exactly where you are right now. You feel like you are burning. You lost the job you identified with. The relationship you built your life around collapsed. Your health is failing. The silence in your house is deafening. You look up and scream, "Why? What did I do wrong?" Listen to me closely. The fire is not evidence of God's absence. It is evidence of His attention. He is holding you in the flame because you are full of dross. You are full of ego. You are full of pride. You are addicted to the validation of others. You are lazy. You are entitled. These things cannot exist in the kingdom. They are dead weight. The heat is burning them off. It hurts because you are attached to your impurities. You think your ego is you. You think your comfort is you. God is burning away the lie so that only the truth remains. There is an old story about a silversmith. A visitor asked him, "How do you know when the silver is fully refined?" The smith smiled and said, "That is easy. When I can see my own reflection in it, that is the goal. God is holding you in the fire until He can see His reflection in your character, until you stop reacting with anger and start reacting with patience, until you stop craving cheap pleasure and start craving duty. Do not jump out of the fire. Do not try to numb the pain with alcohol, or porn, or distraction. If you run from the heat, you remain unrefined. You remain a cheap alloy. Stay in the fire until you reflect the Master. After the fire comes the hammer. The fire makes you soft, the hammer gives you shape. Raw metal, even when pure, is shapeless. It has no edge, it has no point, it is just a blob of potential. To become useful, to become a sword, it must be struck over and over again. The hammer is the daily discipline. It is the monotonous, repetitive, painful work that nobody sees. It is the 5 a.m. alarm when your body screams for sleep. It is the heavy deadlift that tears your calluses. It is the choice to tell the truth when a lie would save you money. Every blow hurts. Every repetition stings. But every blow moves the metal. The Stoics understood this better than anyone. Seneca wrote to a friend, "I judge you unfortunate because you have never lived through misfortune. You have passed through life without an opponent. No one can ever know what you are capable of, not even you." Think about that. A man without scars is a man without a map. He doesn't know his own borders. When adversity hits you, when the car breaks down, when the boss yells, when the fatigue sets in, do not say this is bad. Say, this is the hammer. This is the tool that is banging out the dents in my character. This is the pressure that is compressing my carbon into diamond. Without the resistance of the anvil and the strike of the hammer, you remain a shapeless lump. You might be good, but you are not good for anything. There is a purpose to the shape. A sword is tapered to a point for piercing. It is edged for cutting. God is shaping you for a specific battle. Maybe He is hammering patience into you because you will need to lead a difficult family. Maybe He is hammering resilience into you because you will need to build a business in a recession. Maybe He is hammering solitude into you because you will need to stand alone when the crowd goes the wrong way. Trust the hand that holds the hammer. He knows the weapon He is building. Finally, the blade is red hot. It is shaped, but it is still soft. If you struck it now, it would bend. It needs the final stage, the tempering. The blade is plunged from the inferno directly into cold water or oil. The hiss of steam, the violent shock of temperature. This is the hardening process. This is where your character sets. This is where the discipline becomes permanent. In your life, this is the season of sudden shock or long, cold silence. Many men can handle the fire of crisis. The adrenaline keeps them going. But they crack in the cold of patience. They crack when the excitement fades and they are left in the dark. Look at Joseph in the Bible. He had the dream. He had the coat. Then the pit. Slavery. And then prison. Years of cold, dark silence. He did everything right, yet he was forgotten. This was his tempering. God was locking the character into the man. If Joseph had become prince of Egypt at 17, he would have been an arrogant tyrant. But at 30, after the prison, he was a savior. Look at David, anointed king by Samuel, and then sent back to the sheep, then chased by Saul, living in caves, eating scraps. He wasn't king on the throne yet. He was king in the cave. This shock is necessary. It locks the strength into the steel. It transforms motivation, which is temporary, into nature, which is permanent. If you are in a season of waiting, do not despair. You are not abandoned. You are being tempered. You are being prepared to hold an edge that will never dull. A sword is not forged to hang on a wall. It is not a decoration. It is forged for war. It is forged to cut through chaos. It is forged to protect the innocent. God does not put you through the fire, the hammer, and the water just to make you a nice person. He is making you dangerous. He is making you useful. The world is becoming darker. Weak men are creating hard times. We need men of steel. We need men who have been through the forge and did not melt. We need you. So the next time you feel the heat, do not pray for an easy life. Pray for a strong back. Look at the fire and say, refine me. Look at the hammer and say, shape me. Look at the cold dark and say, harden me. If you are ready to stop running and start building, you need a structure. You cannot rely on your feelings. Use the discipline journal linked below. It is the anvil where you will hammer out your days. Don't waste your suffering. Use it. The world needs strong men. Be one of them. Stay in the fire.